So this is a little side project I've been wanting to do. I'd taken the little kid seats out of the back of my extended cab Dakota, and that's great, but now the floor, you see the floor pan, and there's really not many flat spots on it, so trying to stow anything behind the seat, like a toolbox for example, is rather difficult. And then I have to be careful because of the air lines and the power line coming in right there that ties to my air suspension. So I got to be careful if I put anything on this side that it doesn't rip the lines or something like that. So today's project is going to be to try and put a platform in there, and I think I'm going to make it, the highest part is like right across there. So I think we're going to use that as kind of the where the shelf essentially that I'm going to build is going to sit on. So I think we're going to make this simple. We're just going to do a piece of plywood across, and then we might do a couple legs or something in the front on either side, and then we'll have a nice flat surface. When the seats were in there, it had a flat surface as well, but with the cushions, if I put a toolbox in there, sat like this direction, it had a tendency of like falling over if you hit the brakes or, you know, whatever, because that cushion, the padding in the cushion would kind of settle, and the toolbox never could really sit flat without worrying about it falling over. So I'm hoping a solid piece of probably plywood or OSB, we should be able to take care of that problem. And then that back wall, let me tip this up a little bit. So like there's the window in the back wall. I don't know what I want to do with that. I don't know if it really matters. I might try to fasten that cushion better, or maybe raise it up more to like where that line is and fasten it in with some screws or some zip ties or something. I don't know, we'll see. I think for now I'm going to pull it out of there, and then we'll put our shelf in and see how it turns out. So that's the project this time. So here's what I came up with. I already got it the right length and just realized I wasn't recording any of it. So now I just need to cut it down to 18 inches. So it's going to be 18 wide, and then 58 long. And we're probably going to need to trim some corners out and stuff, but we'll see. There we go. I dug through my supply and found a piece that was already painted. So now we're getting fancy. One problem already, unless I want to take that side cover off over there, which I really don't, it's not going to fit in there like that. So I think what I'm going to do is cut it in half. Then I can splice it back together with some screws and stuff. So I don't know how well you can see, it's dark back in there. Let me turn you just a little, bring you in some. There you go. So the seat belt is getting in the way because it slides across and wants to hit it, but that's the rear seat belt. So I'm obviously not going to have any passenger seats, so I think I'm going to just try to take it out of there. We'll see how that goes. Didn't like it, but it came out of there. we go. Whew. So what I'm wondering is, these seat belts have hardly ever been used. I wonder if I could use these to replace the seat belts in the front, if they're actually the same belt or not. All right, let's see if that works any better. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. All right, let's try this side. This is the driver's side. Ugh. I labeled it right, and it's the right side looking at it, but it's on the left side of the truck, so whatever. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. It isn't gonna quite sit all the way back, it doesn't look like. Looks like that's gonna be about it. But that should be a lot better. Now I just have to figure out what size I need. What size blocks, that is, to block all of it up. So I've got plenty of these 2x4 blocks. We'll start by just shoving some of those in there. See what it looks like. I think on the front that'll be fine. So I'll be able to just screw one on there, and then on the back, I think we're going to need something a little more serious. Oh, hey, there we go. Hey, I think that'll work. So I think a 2x4 upright in the back, and then a 2x4 flat up here. And then I know that part comes out to like in here somewhere. So that should be plenty strong. Ew. That's nasty. Okay, well, I'm going to get some screws and fasten these blocks, and then we'll do the same thing on that side. All right. Hey, I think that'll work there. Oh yeah. Now we just got to do this side. Probably the same way. I brought 2 more blocks. Only have 1 screw, so have to grab a couple more. Finish taking this tape off. Nasty tape. I'm thinking I could do something like that, so I'm gonna put it in a new spot. Oh yeah. That should work for that. Slide this bad boy into place. Back in here somewhere. Oh yeah. We're just gonna do one. Get our 2x4 in here. There's already a hole. We'll just use that. Now that looks pretty good. I'm not sure how I want to do this middle piece. Maybe I just want to leave it in halves. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. Let me lug my big toolbox in. Yep, ripped my pocket off. Thank you. It's really helping. So yeah. Thinking it can sit back there something kind of like that. Well, maybe a little more forward. Then I can still open drawers. Well, drawers that'll open. I think that'll work. I'm wondering if I should I don't really want to put a block at the front because this bottom drawer has to open. I could maybe do something at the edge. We're just going to outline where this box is on the piece of wood. Because I think where it's at is pretty much perfect. We're going to try to outline where it's at. I don't know if that's actually doing anything. Big guy in a little truck. Okay, now I got to pull this thing out of here. Whew. So there's a rough idea of where the box is going to sit. So I'm kind of thinking I could go 3 sides here with like some 2x2s or 1x4s or something like that. So I think I'm going to pull it out and do that because I got time. So I think I found the perfect answer. I forgot I had some of these furring strips left. They'll be perfect to kind of outline this deal. We're not going to get too fancy. Just going to kind of hold it up there and mark it and lop it and move on. I think I have the perfect attachment device. I got this with like some 1.5-inch staples, which are going to go through, but that's okay. I can bend them over. Easy enough. Sweet. I guess I'll get a hammer and clinch those. That should be perfect to sit my toolbox in. I don't have anything to hold it in the front, but I'm pretty sure this is too tall. I guess we could check. So interesting news. This is thin enough, the toolbox will go over top of it, so I'm going to put one in the front too. I think that'll do the job. Let's find out. Just like that, buddy. I've got some more of that fur stripping or whatever. Wondering if I should run one across the back and across the front just to tie the two pieces together. I don't see myself ever taking this out of there. I'm not going to run it all the way across. I'm just going to put one in the back and then a short one in the front. Just kind of go like that. I'll try to put these in at a little bit of an angle. Hopefully it won't ricochet and shoot me in the head. Put out my eye. I figure if 2 or 3 is good, then 8 or 10 is even better. I'm trying to line it up with the edge of this one. We're gonna go in there somewhere. There we go. I think that's good enough for who it's for. So I think before I put the toolbox and start loading stuff in there, I want to see about that cushion going along the back wall. Looks kind of like that. I'm just wondering if I want it up a little bit higher. Kind of go through there. I don't know how I get it to stay there. I guess screws into the front of that. I don't know how many self-tapping screws I have. I'll have to go see. Well, I found one. So I need to buy some more of those. I figured I'd climb in here where I can actually see what I'm doing. Yep, that's what I was trying to do. So I think I'm just going to go with one in the middle. And then when I get a couple more, I'll try to put them in the sides, but for now, I'm sure my toolbox will hold this back, and I'm going to pile stuff in here. At the very least, that'll help with some of the sound deadening, hopefully. So yeah, we're going to leave it like that for now. Doesn't fit. Oh, no it does. That would have been kind of funny. So should have room to open the lid. This bottom drawer has like the perfect amount of room on this. You can't see, but perfect amount of room. So yeah, I think that'll be perfect. Let's put some of my other junk in here. We got this thing. Has a little bit of everything in it. This is my kind of collect-all. You got to have a tarp in case you want to cover something, but also it's handy if you break down and want to get under the truck without getting your clothes dirty. You can put that down. Of course, some ropes, some funnels, some zip ties, some oil, some Windex, a small fire extinguisher, wrench for trailer ball, change the trailer ball. I'm going to end up having to sweep all this again. And of course, I got some stuff like a bottle jack. I've got some antifreeze, pre-mixed. Then this bag has a set of jumper cables in it and a little air pump, 12-volt air pump. And I've got tie-down straps, but I usually just put them on the floor here behind my seat because they're easy to get to. And I've got an extra hitch pin just in case something happens, you need one. I've got a crowbar, usually put on that side, and a hammer, bigger hammer. Then I had a couple more of these. I don't know what I did with them, but red colored washcloths, super handy if you're pulling something or hauling something that's long and you need a red flag at the back. Plus you can go to Walmart and get them for like $1 or less. So I try to keep at least one. I prefer to keep more than one, but at least one. That way if I need it, I've got one. And then recently I've added clevis, a number of clevis. There we go. They're nice for tie-down straps. If you're chaining a vehicle or strapping down a vehicle or something, you can loop the strap around and use the clevis, and it doesn't tear up the strap. And then I have a thing of Romex that I carry. That's a long story, but just know that I have a purpose. That's most of my junk. I have some other stuff I carry too, but nothing really important. I might try to move some of that, like that antifreeze and maybe that jack, see if it'll fit behind my toolbox. now that I know my toolbox will stay there. That'll give me a little more room in the middle in case I want to get a bag of groceries or something like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this project. I think it turned out really well. I'm happy with it. I feel like I got a lot more room back there. I mean, who knows, later on, it might be wiser to elevate that shelf up and then have a space, you know, do another one underneath, or I guess maybe put another one on top. Maybe a little bit shorter or something. And then you'd have another spot to like put grocery bags or something like that if you wanted. But I'm happy with it. It turned out well. I think it'll do what I need it to, so should be good. Oh, something else is I carry a box of yellow-orange triangles with me too, just in case. Perfect. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm always surprised when I stumble upon a YouTube creator who has millions of subscribers and has been producing videos for years, completely unknown to me. I would like to help correct this issue by giving some of my favorite creators a shout out during my videos. To that end, I would like to take this opportunity to spotlight one of my fellow YouTube creators, someone I personally subscribe to. If you find my content interesting, please consider going down to the video's description and follow the link I have placed there. The link will take you to today's chosen creator. But for now, please stay tuned for any bloopers related to this video. Thank you, everyone. I'm thinking right in there somewhere. Swing and a miss. Oh, you bastard. We need more power. Gonna bust out the big guns now.